Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the class. Today we are going to discuss 5th chapter of the geography. Temperatures, pressures and wind. My dear students, in the previous chapter of the geography, we discussed about the air and atmosphere. I have told you all how there are the different layers of the atmosphere and all the weather phenomena took place at the very first layer of the atmosphere. Now we are going to discuss about the temperature as well as the pressure of the air and movement of the wind. But before going to these bigger issues, let's discuss some smaller ones which are related to these three. So, first, weather and the climate. Weather and climate. When I have written the name of these two, I am sure that many of you will be thinking that these both are the same thing. But my dear students, these both are not the same. See here. In the weather as well as climate, one thing is same. What is that? Atmospheric condition of any area. Here also atmospheric condition of any area. But what is the minute difference between both? Whether is the atmospheric condition of any area or short span of time, and climate is the atmospheric condition of any area for the long duration of time. Means weather of any particular place or area changes time to time. As this is the rainy season, in this season, we experience such a great fluctuation in the weather conditions. How? At morning time, it can rain. After half an hour, rain can stop and there will be the origin of the sun. After few minutes or few hours, there will be the emergence of the cloud. So, within a day only, we have seen that it was the rainy weather, it was the sunny weather, as well as it was the cloudy one. But when we talk about the climate, then we study the atmospheric condition of any particular place for a really long duration of time. And after that study, we clearly say that the climate of this specific place is this type or that type. To know about the climate of any place, the perceptions or the studies which are being made, that is based on approximately tenure of the 30 to 40 years or approximately 30 years. If we talk about the climate of our country, India, then we can say that India has a monsoon type of climate. Monsoon type climate. Okay? So this was the weather and the climate. Now, we are going to discuss the other issues of this chapter. So starting will be from the first one, temperature. So, what is temperature? Temperature means measurement of hot or cold. Is it? It is the temperature which defines that anything is hot in the nature or cold in the nature. When anything is hot in the nature, we say that it has a very high temperature. And when anything is cold, we say that it has a very low temperature. So temperature is the measurement of the hotness or the coldness of anything. Okay? Now, the temperature of the whole earth is not same. It is uneven. Some area has the extreme hot temperature, some area has the extreme cold temperature, and there are some areas of the earth which have the moderate type of the temperature. Why it occurs? It occurs because of the tilting of the earth's surface as well as its rotation on its axis and revolution around the sun. The instrument by which we measure the temperature of anything, that is known as the thermometer. Thermometer. It is the instrument by which we measure the temperature. You all have seen when you are having a fever, you visit to the doctor. Nowadays, doctors are using the electrical thermometer. So they put that thermometer in the elbow or tongue side area, they press that, then automatically it says. But some of the doctors also use the mercury thermometer. And electronic is also being used. But still today, more preference is given to the mercury thermometer because it gives the accurate temperature reading of any object. Okay? Now, as I was telling, the temperature of the all area of the earth is not same. It is different. Why it is like this? Let's see from this. as just now I have told you all that rotation as well as revolution both are responsible for the uneven temperature of the surface of the earth. See here, rotation, as we are knowing, sun is a stationary object, yet by the rotation of the earth we feel that sun is rising from the east and setting into the west. But as being a student of the geography, you including I, we all are knowing that sun is a star and earth is a planet. And we are also knowing that stars are the stationary object. Stationary means fixed at a place. They didn't make any type of movement. But we are also knowing that planet makes two types of movement: rotation on its own axis and revolution around the sun. So it is the rotation of the earth by which we feel that sun is rising in the east and setting into the west. And one more thing we are knowing, that earth is tilted at an angle of 66.5 degrees. Tilted. Tilted means not straight. Means, suppose this is the earth in our solar system, so earth is not like this, earth is like this. And this is the tilt of the earth, or not straight position of the earth, by which all the areas of the earth didn't receive the equal amount of the sunlight. That's why there is not equal temperature on all the surfaces of the earth. Second thing, this was the rotation by which not uniform temperature. And see here, revolution. The place of the North Pole and the South Pole comparison to the sun, or because of the sun, changes. Why? Because earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical or the oval path. So sometimes North Pole will be nearer to the sun, South Pole will be away. Sometimes South Pole is nearer, North Pole is away. So such type of fluctuation because of the tilting, rotation as well as revolution of the earth, all areas of the earth didn't receive the same amount of the solar energy. Now see here. important latitudes of the earth, and this is the position of the sun. So one thing is clear, rays of the sun didn't fall uniformly on all the areas of the earth. Some areas of the earth receive more amount of the heat comparison to the other areas. So we say that equatorial region receives more amount of the sunlight comparison to the other region. That's why it is said that equatorial region lies into the torrid zone. Why it is said as the torrid zone? Because it receives too much amount of the sunlight. It has a very hot and humid climate. Now, the areas which are away from the equator means this area as well as this area. These both areas didn't receive more amount of the sunlight or very less amount of the sunlight. So that's why these both are collectively known as the temperate zone. Means neither too hot nor too cold. And this is a torrid zone, very hot. Now, these areas, Arctic Circle as well as the Antarctic Circle, these both areas didn't receive too much amount of the sun. That's why these both areas lie in the frigid zone. Means very, very cold. So like this, different heat zones are there on the earth. So by this diagram only it is clear to you all that all the areas of the earth didn't receive the equal amount of the sunlight. Is it? So when all area will not receive the equal amount of the sunlight, it is obvious that there will be the difference in the temperature. Is it? Now, our discussion is another, we raised into the another. Radiation, insolation, and terrestrial radiation. What are these three? These all three terms are in the relation of the sun. So radiation means amount of heat energy emitted emitted by sun. Emitted means released. Insolation, amount of heat energy trapped, or we can say received by Earth. And terrestrial radiation, the amount of all these three, radiation, insolation and terrestrial radiation, is different. Radiation is all the heat energy which is emitted by the sun. As we are knowing, sun is the ultimate source of heat and light. Is it? How much heat energy is sun is having? 1 upon 20 lakh, or we can say 20 lakh part of total. Part of the total solar energy is received by the earth only. And just think, 20 lakh part of the total is being received by us. Then also we have such a great amount of the solar energy. So believe, if all the solar energy will be received by our earth, what will happen? It will burn within the second. So, radiation means amount of the heat energy emitted by the sun or released by the sun. Insolation, amount of heat energy that is received by the earth or trapped by the earth. And terrestrial radiation, amount of heat energy discharged or bounced back by the earth. What happened? Sun emits great heat and energy. Earth receives also at the daytime. But at the night time, that solar energy is bounced back by the earth. So that is the terrestrial radiation. And amount of the terrestrial radiation will be maximum onto the plain area as well as onto the area of the higher altitude. That's why you have seen the people who are living in the city area, at the night time also temperature remains same in the city comparison to the village area. Because in the city area there are the houses made up of the concrete and cement. They trap more heat energy and didn't allow it to go back in the form of the terrestrial radiation. But in the village area, houses are mainly made up of the mud and straw, which is a poor conductor of the heat. So at the night time, more amount of the solar energy in the form of the terrestrial radiation bounce back. That's why in the village area, in the field area, temperature will be cool during the night time comparison to the daytime. Now, other thing related to this chapter, We shall discuss next time.